Hey, good morning everybody and welcome to the vlog. How was the start of your day? I hope it's absolutely incredible. We're actually going to do a little work with my guy Night Fury here. Of course, Night Fury is an absolutely gorgeous snake, but you can see as soon as I open the cage, it is very, very food aggressive. If you get close to that animal, unfortunately, it will try to bite you. Not because it's an aggressive snake, it's unbelievably tame, but it is super food aggressive. As a matter of fact, last week, while I was trying to kind of calm it down to where it was like, hey, I'm not food, it did bite me. And you can see he's right out at the cage right now. If I put my hand close enough, he would absolutely come right at it for sure. See, he is seeking food right now. He thinks he's gonna get fed. So the idea behind this, and I'm gonna have to slowly try to get him back in the cage without getting bit. It's okay, Night Fury. No food, no food. Again, unbelievably beautiful and unbelievably tame animal, but again, look at right up at the front of the cage, like feed me, feed me. So we need to take that away, right? We've done that with the monitor lizard and some of our alligators where we actually use either clickers or ball training. So I tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and start this kind of long process of ball training or target training Night Fury. And basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a ball on the end of the stick, just like I do my lizards. I'm gonna present it to him, and then afterwards, I'm gonna go ahead and feed him a meal, and that hopefully over time will start having him relating that ball to food and not our hands to food. And we certainly have proven that snakes and reptiles are kind of creatures of habit. Take for instance Lucy. Every time I put her back, what does she do? She goes right up in her tree. Tazzy goes home on his own. So many of these animals do the exact same thing every single time that we interact with them. So we can use that to our advantage by using a ball as a training tool, right? So every time it sees the ball, it starts to think ball equals food, and when it doesn't see the ball, it doesn't think there's food. That will protect us, it will protect everyone else that's handling it, and if it works with Night Fury, we may take this across all of our snakes. I don't know. So what do you say we just jump in, get some food for Night Fury, and try this ball thing? The first time isn't going to be a lot, but it's at least going to be the start of a long process of training, and hopefully in a few months from now, he can follow that ball around just like Elvis would. So I have my handy dandy ball here on the end of the stick. Probably going to replace these pretty soon because they're getting a little bit dingy, but we want a blue ball. Again, he's probably not going to relate this blue ball to anything, but he is going to relate movement. So if I do this 4, 5, 6, 7 times over the next couple months, then he's going to start to relate this ball to food. So let's just go ahead and open him up first. And again, he's going to be fired up and ready to eat. Come on, bud. And he's going to just go after movement right now. So if I can kind of see, he's coming over to movement. He's just looking at movement, 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 movement. Now I'm going to offer him food. There it goes. Now the association is that that ball was food. I follow the ball, I get food, right? And that's what we're trying to build. We're trying to build that experience with him. Again, he's not going to get it the first time, but you could see how he reacted to movement, went right towards the ball. Then when I gave him the reward of food, within the next 4 or 6 times of feeding, he's going to start relating this every single time. The good news about that is we're taking away the fact that when we move our hand around, he doesn't see the ball, so he's not going to think our hand is food. We're just trying to take away that food response. And then we can maybe do some other cool things with him. Maybe we can get him to come out and go around people's necks. I mean, who knows what we could do. Probably a bad idea, to be honest with you. But the point is that once we get him ball trained, it opens up the opportunity to do a lot of other things. Let's just go ahead and let Night Fury enjoy his reward for being such a good monkey. Guess what, guys? I am so excited. Remember the last 4 days or so, I've been waiting for this girl. This is that pastel female that was bred to that beautiful male. And look at this. She's on a clutch of eggs right now. I'm excited about this. I'll show you that male really quick just so you know what I'm talking about and why I'm excited. And here he is. Of course, he is a pastel. He's a black pastel. He's a lesser, and he's a bongo. So that's some amazing combinations there. And again, throwing that second pastel gene in it could get super pastels of all these things. I am so excited. I was worried, like, where is she gonna lay? So let's go ahead and pull this clutch and see how many eggs she has. And like I mentioned, you know, not every female has to be an unbelievably crazy mutation female. Sometimes a single gene animal like a pastel, when it's bred to the right male, can really make some incredible offspring. So I'm just gonna remove Mama. You did such a good job, Mom. I tell you what, these are beautiful eggs. And now just remove these couple eggs over here because they're not attached to the rest of them. You can see they're already adhered to the bottom of that paper. That just means that they were probably laid a few hours ago and are starting to dry up. But you can tell they're still relatively fresh eggs, probably within the last 6 hours or so, which means that they're not quite completely dried yet. So I'm gonna put these eggs in here. We'll get these last eggs over here. Just slowly peel them off the bottom here, just really quickly. Okay, these 3 here. Come on, guys. Get these in the box, and then these last eggs right here. And Mama's being really well behaved. You know, so many of these females have been taking pop shots at me as I'm pulling their eggs, which is just good maternal instincts for sure. But in this case, she's being really well behaved, and she has a total of 2, 4, 6, 8 beautiful pearly white eggs. Again, the combinations are so many with this. I hope we produce a bunch of bongo stuff because bongo stuff is so cool. And the lesser bongo stuff's even better. You start mixing it with black pastel and super pastel. Whew, I tell you what, that's awesome. Just a quick update on my female translucent chameleon here. She's definitely swelling up. We had Raoul in with her a couple times. You don't know if they bred or not. She's the girl that laid 52 slugs, but you can definitely see she's starting to swell up. Also, she's got all those black spots on her. That's a pretty good indication that she's gravid as well. So we'll have to just fingers crossed. Hopefully this time maybe we'll get some fertile eggs. Ivy looks extra nice this shed. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just the water is really cleaned up or what the deal is, but she looks even more beautiful. All the orange coming through, and even the highlights in her side look absolutely insane. I'm going to feed her probably a smaller meal this time. Maybe the next day or two we'll go ahead and offer her a meal, something that's maybe at 3 or 4 pounds, because remember, I always want to cycle, right? I want to do 2, 3, 4 meals small, 1 big meal with her. So she's due for a handful of small meals. Casper is definitely another animal that ball training would be very helpful with, because we all know that this guy is crazy when it comes to food, and I think he's pretty hungry right now. So let's go ahead. Whoa, sheesh. Man, that was a little closer to my hand than I wanted it to be for sure. You can see he missed by a good 6 inches or so. My hand was only about 6 inches away from that. So ball training with Casper is number 2. If it works for Night Fury, which I sure hope it does, we're gonna go into Casper 100% because this guy is mental. Check out this clutch right here. This is actually a greenish rat snake. These are an interesting rat snake, and I don't know. I love these guys. I don't know why I love greenish rats so much, but I just really do. I just think it's because these guys you'll find down in the southeast part of the country, and I've seen these in the wild, and maybe I just have a special love for them because of that. But nevertheless, let's see what she has in here. Interestingly enough, you can see these eggs look kind of dirty, and that's because she kind of rolled them around a little bit. We're definitely going to have to candle these eggs and see what she's got going on in here, but they look good. So they're not that pearly white that most eggs are, but it's not because they look infertile, it's because they actually are stained from this bedding that we use for nesting right here. And it's just because rat snakes sometimes don't clump their eggs into a big clump. They'll actually lay them and then they'll move them around a little bit. That's why it's so important for us to candle them, because of course there's a chance the embryos could always drown on the other side. But there's a lot more eggs in here than I expected. I thought it was going to be a relatively small clutch, and the eggs just keep coming. Holy moly, look at how many eggs there are. Good job, Mama. You did so good. Let's see here. We got, let's see, a couple more eggs. And like I said, I'll take these in and actually candle all of these eggs, to be honest with you, just to make sure the embryos are on the upside. But this is actually a really beautiful clutch right here. Oh, there's one little slug egg right there. And you can definitely tell a difference between the slug egg that is definitely discolored, and even though these are discolored, the egg still looks tremendously different, right? So it looks like we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 good eggs, and 1 little slugger.
What is going on, everybody? As you guys know, Brian's been doing a lot of the ball python breeding, and man, we had a hell of a good week this past week. But that being said, of course, with breeding of animals, there's always some unfortunate parts of this. So we're gonna make the best out of a bad situation. We're gonna take these sweet little slugs right here. We're gonna get some extra protein, a little extra enrichment for our monitors today, and man, they're gonna love it. We're gonna have some bad. Oh man, it's gonna be such a great time. Let's do this. Wow, did you guys see that drip? That was so crazy. You know, you go into a lot of animal feedings like this and you have sort of like your own speculations, things that you just sort of assume that were gonna happen. And I was completely wrong. I completely went off the other end. I was thinking I'm gonna have a lot to mop and clean up. There's gonna be fluid everywhere, it's gonna smell horrible, Lori's gonna yell at me, it's gonna be the best ever. So that didn't happen at all. Like every monitor we fed today, probably except for the exception of Elvis, it actually ate the whole egg. You can only assume it's likely because they're trying to get the most nutrition that they can. They realize that if they were to crush the egg, that likely is going to mean they lose a lot of it.
Tiana is rebounding very nicely. She's obviously kind of gotten away from her protecting her nest because we obviously cleaned her nest up and she doesn't have that egg thing going on in there anymore. I actually reached out to my buddy Ty Parks down in Florida. He's got the largest iguana farm in the entire world. As a matter of fact, opening up a place called Iguana Land, gonna be ridiculous. I can't wait to go visit him when this whole thing is over. I think he said he's gonna open maybe in September. It's gonna be crazy. Regardless, he's actually looking for a male Lewis-eye hybrid. Maybe we can breed Tiana. Instead of getting infertile eggs, maybe we can get some fertile babies. That would be, yep, I think Tiana's saying yes too. Yes, I think she says yes. Yep, okay, sounds good, Tiana. Now, Perdita is obviously extremely well behaved, but I will say the only time I ever got bit by her was once when she thought she mistook my hand for food. So we want to just be a little bit careful with her. So ball training might not be a bad idea for her either. There you go, girl. There he is. Beautiful. She looks great. She just shed out. She looks absolutely wonderful. So we figured we'd give her a little bit of a treat today. We're not doing a big feeding today, just a few animals. But I figured, hey, if I was going to thaw stuff out, I'd hit Casper and I'd hit Perdita because they both just shed out and look absolutely amazing. But I'm excited about this ball training with Night Fury. I think it's going to be really cool. I can't wait to take you guys along on the journey. And if it works, who knows? Maybe you guys can do that for yourself too with your animals. I mean, it's better than probably putting them in a box, to be honest with you, because of the stress of moving from a cage to a feeding box. This is a great alternative. If it works, it might be something that we could do with all our snakes. Colubrid clutch of the day is actually a Blaze Goinai. This is just basically a Blotch King or Apalachicola County King snake that just has super high red when they're babies. I mean, they are ridiculous as babies. Super red. Of course, they fade out to this, but we're definitely gonna have to clean her cage up. We'll get her some waters. Always, again, I keep saying this, we take the waters out because snakes will lay their eggs in the water if you don't. Looks like a good clutch of eggs, though. Pretty much, they're a little bit smaller, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Looks like one egg may have rolled off on the edge right here, so we'll candle this just to make sure that it's good. But it looks like we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 eggs. That's pretty amazing. And you know, I hope that you guys are enjoying the kind of journey of collecting eggs and seeing the different animals, because again, these are going to be hatching in another 60 days. I don't want you guys to get bored with like, oh, just another egg clutch or something like that, because each snake is different, right? And I'm trying to teach you guys about those snakes as we go. So let me know in the comments if you guys don't mind. Over the next month and a half, 2 months, you guys are going to probably see a lot of egg collecting, and I don't want you guys to get bored. Just one other clutch today. It's actually a yellow belly, but it's bred to a Mojave Calico bee. I'll show you that male in a second. We'll take a quick look and see what she's got. Oh, she's got some good eggs and she's got some bad eggs in here. That's part of it. Let's take a look at what male actually bred her. This is actually a Mojave Calico bumblebee. So it has pastel, it has Mojave, it has Calico, it's got spider in it. So there's a lot of genes in there. Mixing the yellow belly should just brighten it up and make it even more awesome. Oftentimes the Calico and yellow belly go together really well. So with any luck, the few eggs that we have that are good are going to hatch out and produce some bangers. Back to this female and let's see what she actually has going on. Like I said, I can see at least 1 slug, maybe 2 slugs. Hard to say. Maybe not that bad. Let's see what we've got going. Oh yeah, there's a few slugs in here. Looks like about a 50% clutch, which happens. So we're going to just take away the good eggs first. These are really fresh, beautiful eggs, by the way, too. So mama, you still did good. It's no big deal. And again, the fact that there could be some infertiles could be a number of things. Maybe the male just bred at the wrong time. Maybe the female laid on the heat and fried some of the sperm. All that type of stuff. So we've got 3 good eggs. We've got 3 slug eggs. Still not that bad, to be totally honest with you. Mom looks really good. We'll get her cleaned up and she'll be good to go here pretty soon. So hey, that's it for ball python eggs for the day. I know how boring this quarantine can be, so I've got an idea for you. If you want to really just waste a lot of time, right here is a playlist. It's actually all of my 2019 vlogs. You can also pay attention to the podcast right up here. Subscribe. It's called Checking In. On this side, you can subscribe to this channel, which I always do appreciate. Have an absolutely wonderful wonderful day. Remember to be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you guys tomorrow.